and shadowy figures appear roughly around him. And you watch as one of the shadowy figures takes what looks to be an axe, and you watch as the guard's head is cut clean off its body. So, you guys travel more or less for the rest of the day, as the plan was to try and leave very early and get everyone to the next destination, which seemingly is this forest that he wanted to get to before nightfall. You then get to see here.
So
As
whilst
you
we're
can see,
traveling,
yes.
I might wish to ask, so, old man, old timer,
Yes.
what made you choose us for our heroic destiny? Obviously, you've heard of us, you've heard of my brother and I, but what of these others? How did you ascertain that they were most aligned with our noble, righteous cause?
Well, I called in some favors from people that I've known, and these were the very best of who they could offer.
Right. Very good. Well, I'm glad to hear that we have such finely esteemed folk in our cover. And within our entourage, wouldn't you agree, brother?
Oh, yes. As long as there's much fame and many stories to gain.
Well, with folk such as these and the dynamics, I can imagine many a bard's tale told about us until the end of time.
Our names will be known in the books.
Okay, so settling down for the evening after your very long travels coming into what is this sort of forest here. You travel with your merchant caravan, where you got what looks to be about half a dozen wagons. There also seems to be guards that were traveling with you guys, as well as some families. And any opportunists of all kinds heading along what seems to be a trade route. As the sun sets, the caravans pull off the old trade road to rest for the evening. Wagons form loose clusters. The guards seem to wander lazily. The travelers sit down with you and they cook over the fire. Some of them sharpening their tools, and others are rolling out their blankets, and there seems to be laughter. On the right side of the road, or towards more the bottom end of the screen, about 100 feet away, there seems to be a dense wall of forest that rises abruptly. The tree line seems to be dark and tightly packed, and a heavy mist seems to cling just beyond the first row of trees. It looks normal, but something feels slightly wrong. You guys are all sort of having fun, laughing, chatting to one another. Is there much that goes on in this time as you guys are setting up for the evening?
So, Arroway, I've just got to ask, I've just got to know.
Yes?
How do I put this? How do you when do you run quickly? How quickly do you run?
Well,
Yeah, that sounds a bit concerning out of context.
so around the workshop I'm rather quick, because everything's as I, started working there, I started building things to help me get around faster, sliders here, zip lines there, all kinds of gizmos and gadgets to get me around the workshop. Didn't particularly go running too many errands because it would take me twice as long as anyone else. So running, it's a good chance I won't do a lot of running per se. But if we do need to get away quickly, I'll probably get on one of your backs. Or
Right.
ask Ulrich for help.
Why
it
run
how?
when you can be thrown?
Look, I've fallen from a table height, and that kind of hurts. So if you could lowball me, that would be appreciated.
Tuck and roll, tuck and roll.
Yes, quite.
Sir Ulrich,
Why would we run at all?
are you? Which of you is taller, brother dearest? Are you taller, or is our newfound hero of fame and destiny taller?
I think the
Between-
last time I checked, I stood just over 7 foot. Your,
Well, definitely my
your
brother then.
Your brother Theron here. Quite the tall individual themselves. And then
Yes.
Ulrich will go and sort of stand very proudly and boastfully with his chest up near Theron and just sort of compare height to height. We're not too dissimilar. However, I would argue the strength of one's nature is their true height, and I sense Caraway the tallest of us all.
He
That's
kind of
one way to look at it.
kind of cracks a grin and shakes his head.
And so obviously, Mr. Ulrich here is a very well-renowned fighter. I mean, the equipment you carry displays as such, evidently, and Mr. Caraway is a esteemed inventor of sorts of some kind. Ulrich, what? Not Ulrich, sorry. Henry, what is it that you do?
Well, originally I was for my village, although it's a bit misleading since my village only was, let's just say, a bit short. So each of us needed to do multiple tasks at once, but my main thing was hunting.
All right.
So,
yep.
on the road, what is it that you do to sort of make ends meet? My brother and I, we are esteemed and renowned adventurers across many lands and towns. Our here, it looks like he has a similar job, perhaps. Mr. Caraway here is, working in a forge or some sort of establishment, it would seem. What is it that you do to make ends meet?
So, in my community, it's a lot of things work differently. Since there are only 5 of us left now, 1, I suppose. We kind of had to abandon the whole money thing, just because otherwise, if you have 5 people fighting against each other, then that quickly becomes 0.
Interesting.
All right. For Theron and Henry, as you're busy chatting, you could swear the mist behind the trees has shifted slightly, and it seems to have shifted slightly closer. Not by much, about 5, maybe 10 feet, but enough to make you blink. It doesn't seem like it's threatening, it's just wrong to you. So, as you glance a second time, yes, the mist definitely seems to be getting closer. You then realize that the 2 of you are not the only ones staring. The guard behind you comes over. Squinting, you can see as you look back to her, she seems to be squinting to the tree line as she grips her spear a little too tightly. Even the merchant nearby glances over, worry flickering across his face. Relax, it's just the dark playing tricks on you. Nothing to fear from this forest. But I've heard stories about a forest back in the Northlands. Now that forest is one to be afraid of. They say the fog's too thick to track anything. Bandits used to hide in there, but they stopped. Said the place messed with their heads. My best friend went on patrol once, came out pale as a bone. Said he heard wolves howling where there was none. He swore he saw eyes watching him as he ran. But it's all just a bit of nonsense, I say. But you see her eyes don't exactly leave the tree line.
I suppose Caraway will start paying more and more attention to this mist to the point where Caraway might go up and interact with it.
The mist? Okay.
The mist. He'll kind of jaunter up there. Not too worried. It's only mist after all, but if
As
this forest has got something special to it, it might be worth looking into.
As you stand up and start to move, the first thing you notice is there seems to be almost like a shadowy figure that's currently hovering just behind one of the trees, but you can still see it.
If I can see it, that means I can see it. He'll kind of stammer and go, "Who's there in the tree line? I can see you."
You hear nothing in response, but the guard over here walks up to you and says, Where do you see that? What do you see?"
He'll kind of lean into the guard's shin a little bit and kind of point towards it. Right there, by that tree on the ground. There's someone standing there.
This will get my attention. Could I see what he's seeing?
You can. You can see something of a shadowy figure.
Alright.
You guys watch as the guard heads over towards the mist. Not one, but another 3 more heads and shadowy figures appear roughly around him. And you watch as one of the shadowy figures takes what looks to be an axe, and you watch as the guard's head is cut clean off its body.
Are there any images of what these shadowy figures look like?
I do not have one just yet.
Okay.
Sorry. In watching the head come clean off and seeing everyone around, you hear and see everyone scattering and running for their lives.
Caraway would jump back a couple of feet at the sudden decapitation.
Yep. And you watch as the fog around you now starts to very quickly swarm all around, pretty much all of you. You are now closed in a giant circle with fog covering around you, so thick you cannot see through it.
Is there a way you can show that on the map?
Possibly.
Caraway will immediately retreat back into the midst of the group.
As the mist begins encroaching rapidly upon us, I'm going to cast Dancing Lights.
Alright.
Just to give
And
off
I will back
4
up.
small orbs of light to sort of sit within 20 feet of each other in a small square space around us.
And I think Ulrich at this point will cast light on his axe and provide a readied light source as he sort of stands up now in readiness to face whatever it is that may be sort of addressing the group, and he says to
Yeah,
the
that's
group,
perfect.
"We must stay together."
I'm going to walk over to my brother and just put a hand on his shoulder so I don't lose him in the mist.
I'll
Alright.
back up to Zosa and be like, "Be on your guard and watch her flank."
Always. I've got the lights up. You just watch out.
You see the fog get closer and closer and closer until you now cannot see anyone except your own hand in front of you. You then, in the distance, hear the wailing cries of everyone as they are taken down, or more heads getting chopped off very cleanly.
Wet thumps on the ground.
And then all of you, as if popping up right next to you, you can see a shadowy figure in front of your face before black, as you all pass out.
Caraway will attempt to not pass out.
Alright, go for it.
What does that even mean?
I want to...
Technically, con save.
I think so, yeah.
But
Con save.
I say, as that figure appears in front of me, I'm going to be startled, I imagine. But I'd like to try and at least put a shocking grasp through them with the other hand that I have. Because one's on my brother.
Sure.
Oh, it came through on the. It came through on the thing.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's pretty useful.
Yeah, and I think Ulrich at this point is probably trying to withstand whatever it may be, and if he's seeing someone in front of him, he's very quick to attempt to grab, with his big maw by the neck, whatever it is that is in front of him.
Okay. Yep. You can make so. Caraway, you're able to just on the first attempt withstand passing out. You get a shocking. Yep.
I'm feeling a however coming in this sentence.
Yes.
Not just yet. Zosha, you're able to also get off what looks like a shocking grasp as you watch it.
Do I feel any sort of connection, or does it feel like my hand's like going through like water?
Effectively, it feels like your hand's going through water.
Gotcha. I remember basically watch as my hand lights up with this crackling blue electric energy, and as I thrust it towards this figure, my hand sort of passes almost through them. Not quite landing anything at all. My eyes were wide with shock, and I imagine in that moment my consciousness would just fade. I'll fall to the ground.
Okay. Ulrich?
Yeah, I think as Ulrich as much of the group becomes quite startled by the events, will attempt to reach out and almost thrust at whatever it is in front of him. He's not going to take any sort of chances on what this may be. He just doesn't have a good feeling about it. And in sort of the same action, as he takes a foul swoop at the neck and head of this shadow figure, sort of it swipes through and he loses his balance, and in the same action will probably fall to the ground just because of the natural weight that he's put through this attempted grasp and sort of pass out as well.
Cool. Alright. Theron, seeing your sister, or feeling your sister put a grip hold on your hand, and then all of a sudden feeling it go limp as she falls to the floor, what is it you're doing?
So I make a very loud thud as
Well.
I hit till I weigh
Yes.
quite a decent chunk.
I will look behind me, as that is where she is in comparison to me right now.
Yep.
Elder sister. As I also
Slump.
Cool. Alright. Then we have Caraway and Henry.
I would try to get out some of my daggers to sort of use like throwing knives.
Okay.
Although I don't exactly have a visual on what I'm supposed to be throwing them at though.
And say, with Henry, unless I'm mistaken, Henry's an elf, right?
Yeah.
DM, is the effect putting people to sleep or knocking us unconscious like magical in any nature?
It would be, yes.
Because elves are immune to being put to sleep by magic.
That is true.
Oh, right. Defense is magical sleep. I did not plan it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, you are completely immune to being put to sleep by any magical effect, which is admittedly very few. You can still be knocked unconscious magically. However, if it's an effect trying to put you to sleep, that's separate.
Okay, yes. So you watch as all the rest of the party and everyone, the children, the guards who are still alive, you hear thud, thud, thud as a lot of things just hit the floor around you.
Caraway's still standing.
Caraway at the moment is still standing.
I'm kind of, squinting in my eyes, trying to look around, see what's happening. I felt myself become very woozy, but managed to, steel myself against it. Hello? Where is everyone? I'll kind
Still
of.
awake. The rest are down.
I'll get some shadows up just so you can actually see what they look like. These aren't necessarily what they look like, but it's just to
Hey,
get actual...
shadows.
Just so you can actually see what they would be in front of you. Whereabouts are you guys? So everyone else is unconscious. But behind you, Henry, and behind you, Caraway, seem to be two shadows.
Directly behind us?
Yes.
Right, stabbing time. Can I try stabbing it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, I'll start with the spear. Why not?
Oh, I think I found something for you, DM.
Yep.
I was
19.
looking at you.
Yes. So on a 19, you watch as you put the dagger through it, and your hand just goes straight through whatever this is. You feel whatever it is, you're not even sure how to even start attacking this thing, as your entire body, you lurch forward, and even your arm just disappears inside whatever this is. I need you to please make a wisdom save from, I'm going to say, probably sheer shock as to what's going on and this sort of weird feeling. Okay, nat 20, you are able to withstand, as of right now. It's weird,
First
but
natural
this
20.
isn't one that you are going to be falling asleep or passing out on. You are definitely going to be still standing on that. Alright, Caraway.
Alright, you shadowy bastard. Have some of this. And I'm gonna cast Lightning Lure at the thing.
Go for it. It's a save, isn't it?
DC 14. Strength.
Strength save, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, saving throw.
You feel like something should be connecting, but you instantly also feel like nothing's happening.
Oh. That's odd.
Can I please get a wisdom save from you?
Most certainly.
Yeah, on a 17, you're also able to hold it. As of right now.
God. What is this feeling? Something is messing with my mind.
And so Lightning Lure does more than its holder, by the way. If it's within a certain distance from the caster, it also takes damage.
Oh, what the caster does?
No, the target of the Lightning Lure.
Well, it just, nothing can, it went straight through it, theoretically.
Gotcha, okay.
As you see...
Just saying if there was something there that failed.
Yes. Another 2 more appear in front of you. Each of you. As
Okay.
they seemingly swipe at you and cover your face with something, making an attack roll. We have first Henry. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, I don't even need to open my sheet for that.
Okay, as you feel an absolute surge of energy of some kind as this ghoul, ghost, shadow, something hits you, and you feel yourself fall to the ground unconscious.
Oh.
The damage might have been too much.
Alright, well, up to you then.
Alright, Caraway, let's see. Does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit.
Alright, we got the next one coming in for their attack. 10.
God. 10 does not hit.
Alright, you still
I'm
stay.
so tiny.
Nice, you watch as
They've
their
never-
hands claw over the top of you and just cannot
They've never
hit.
had to reach down this low before.
Alright, your turn
Would we
again.
call that a low blow?
My turn?
Yep.
Well, magic didn't work, so okay, here we go. He'll get out his light hammer and move towards one of them and try and whack it in the groined area.
Alright. Make your attack roll. A 9,
Does it
unfortunately.
hit?
No, it does not. As again, you watch as
Ugh.
your hand passes straight through. And another wisdom save, please.
Yeah, don't know about that one, Chief.
As you feel yourself, this time, instead of being hit by these shadows, you find yourself falling asleep unconscious from sheer stress of the whole thing. Awakening back up, we are now here. Some of you getting kicked awake by what looks to be a young girl and boy.
Oh, yep, I say yep.
Up to the darkness. I was molded by it.
You do that so well.